This video is probably going to be a weird one.
Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles.
Hola, you amazing artists. So, this morning I was thinking about stuff and got an email which caused me to think about even more stuff. I was thinking about the fact that, there's a lot of you guys out there in YouTube land that have been following us since the beginning. There's a lot of people out there that start following us and then maybe they get bored of us, and there are people out there that periodically, when they happen to remember that YouTube exists, they come and find us and see what we're doing. The thing about it is that I was thinking about one of the main questions that I get, which is, how do you grow your audience? And to be honest with you, I always get a little bit put off by that question. It's almost like in high school, you want to be the person with the most friends. You want to be the most popular. It's almost like it's a badge, right? So if you have the most friends on social media, then that means something. If you have the most subscribers on YouTube, it means something. So a lot of people, when they contact us, they're like, how do I get more subscribers? How do I get more of this? How do I get more of that? More people following me, more people interested in what I'm doing. And I'm going to be really honest with you. Back when we started, there are some of you that back when we only had maybe 500 subscribers, and that was after a couple of years of being on YouTube, because the stuff that we put out there, the stuff that we talk about, doesn't really have, I don't know, there's no real way of categorizing it. Are we an art channel? Are we a philosophy channel? Are we, what are we? Just mostly us sitting in the studio talking and answering questions about stuff, and usually we don't get very technical into it. It's not like, this is how you do this thing. We're not a how-to channel. We are just sharing our opinions and talking to you guys about it. And there's plenty of people out there that disagree with what we have to say, and which is great, because I think it's all about open communication and, talking honestly with one another. I think there's a little less of that. I don't think the internet started off that way. I think it was, it's used as a vehicle to market yourself. And so anytime that you even think about doing YouTube videos, you're thinking about the numbers. You're thinking about how can I get the most followers? How can I get the most this or the most that? In the beginning, that was something that I was concerned about, because I'd look at the fact that it had been 2 years and we only had 500 followers, and I was like, oh, we're failing miserably. And something interesting has happened since then and now. It's been this way for me for a long time, where it's not about how many people you collect. We're not collecting people. It's about the individual relationships. The fact of the matter is, I recognize your names, your handles here on YouTube when you leave a comment, and it's almost like over the years I've formed this relationship with you. Some of you I'm like, oh, I freaking adore her, or I adore him, or so freaking cool. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, James. Matthew, thank you for sending us your love. Adventure seeking artist, thank you for your freaking positivity that you put out in the world. And so many of you, Miss Kitty, I can't even go on here and name you guys. I would spend the entire day trying to name you guys. But really, at the end of the day, it's all about the one-on-one relationships that we form. And it doesn't matter. Back when we had 10,000, we had reached a milestone when we had 10,000 followers. And to be honest with you, the amount of people that watch the videos doesn't really change. It fluctuates because, like I said before, people leave, people come back. I don't think there should be such a concern about collecting or building your list. You see those marketing gurus and stuff like that. They're always like, build your list, build your list. So you guys contact us either in the comments, and whenever we get a chance, we go through the comments and make sure that we look and read each comment, because that matters to us. And some of you reach out through the website. Some of you have bought my book, and I recognize your name when I'm looking at the Indiegogo thing, and I'm like, that's so freaking awesome. And it really, it comes down to that. It's about the one-on-one relationship. one of the reasons that I'm thinking about this, I mean, there's many reasons. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while, but this morning I got an email from Ben, one of you guys. Hey, Ben. And his wife is in critical condition. She took too many Tylenol. She has chronic pain. And, he asked for prayers. He didn't ask for me to share anything. He said, I adore you guys. I watch you guys. I would really appreciate it if you guys sent me some love and send my wife some love and energy and all that stuff. And like that, there's something about that really touches my heart. And it makes me think about the fact that like I have a platform where there's people that follow what I do. They follow my life. And, and I tell you guys all the time, don't listen to what I have to say. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. But it's stuff like that connection that I think gets overlooked so many times. I feel like so many people out there are just trying to grow this thing because they think that they're going to be able to benefit from it financially. And I get that. I understand that. Trust me, I understand that. Because we want to make money. But it is that one-on-one connection that you have with people, whether or not they're collecting your art or just admiring your art or watching you talking to a camera or follow you on social media or just check in on your website every once in a while or followed your journey from when you got started at the flea market to the point where you are running your own art business. And those people matter. You guys matter. Want to make that very clear. It's not about collecting individuals, collecting potential clients, finding where do I find art collectors, where do I find this, where do I find people to follow me. At the end of the day, it's about the one-on-one relationships that you have with people and the opportunity that you put out there to connect with people. And really, that's, in my mind, that is really, at the end of the day, what it is all about. That's what it's all about. And I'm sorry that this is not a smiley, happy-go-lucky video, but, it's about the connection, you guys. And the holidays are here, and it's been a crazy year, and it's just been crazy. And I think now more than ever, it's important to remember that it's about the connection. So if you can, send Ben and his wife some love, and remember, love one another, be good to each other, be good to yourselves. And I do apologize that this is not more fun, but I wanted to record this and share this with you. And that's it. There's no outro here. I'm just gonna say I adore you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. And adios.
Total awesomeness.